Can I see you, motherfucker? Can I see the show with everybody else?
Alright, we should be
You talking shit about the show right now.
Should be back up.
Guys.
Back up.
Okay.
Where were we? Oh, I guess we just jump back into baseball.
Fucking do it all over again.
Yeah, we'll start over.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, it should be.
Alright. You want to bring us in or what, dude? Bring us in this time. Do it.
The intro?
Yeah.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that, man. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think we got it all squared out. What's up, D?
What's up, man? I'm fucking hot. I'm ready to do my shit, dude. It's this reworking doesn't work for me.
Biting at the tongue.
Lightning don't strike twice, dude. I say some funny shit and then we're like, oh, dude, we're off air. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Now you're fucking all right. D, what's
up,
going on, man?
No, man.
He's been hot since he's gotten here because he played a bad round of frisbee toss.
I passed him as walking through the door and he's sweating.
Yeah.
Show some respect, dog. It's disc golf.
That shit's frisbee toss.
There's no frisbee about it.
There's a frisbee without a dog, which doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean?
That's why you don't call it frisbee golf, man.
It is frisbee.
You're speaking all wrong.
No.
You're insulting me.
You're speaking all wrong to my man.
Anyways,
terrible accent.
Yeah, so we're talking about
baseball.
The Red Sox got got screwed in the pooch with the beginning of the season. 11-game road trip, which is retarded. I've never seen a world champion come back and do that.
No, I haven't either. Usually if they start, not at home, it's usually just one series away.
Yeah, and then they come
play
at
home and have the ceremony and all that stuff. Not 3 weeks into the baseball season.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Whenever I saw that, I got kind of heated.
Who makes the fucking schedule? I guess it's not the
baseball
teams.
does.
MLB. Yeah.
MLB.
So the Red Sox, the management has no say so on what their schedule looks like.
Nope. MLB controls all of it. Just like what y'all consider disc golf? No, that's why we don't talk about it on the fucking podcast.
Fuck yeah, it's a sport.
Ernest gets to talk like 5 seconds of frisbee toss, and then I cut him off every time. This is the same reason why Daryl can't talk about his panty wrestling that he loves so much on Mondays.
Yeah.
On Mondays and what
Monday
other days?
Tuesdays.
They have back-to-back days now?
Yeah. Some Sundays they'll have a pay-per-view event like this weekend.
Yeah, no,
WrestleMania.
Kurt
Angle's last match.
If you don't go out and play, you can't say that it's not a sport or it's not, because it is. It's hard, and there's a lot of walking and there's a lot of throwing.
You've said yourself before that it's not a sport.
Bullshit.
No, you have. Is it because the fattest of the people can do
Hey man, the fattest of people go and play.
No, that's got nothing to do with it. That's what I was gonna say. That's got nothing to do with it, man.
But
it's
just a sport.
And we've all played slow pitch softball. There's a lot of big guys that can play slow pitch softball. So
I don't think that
Yeah. Disc golf is a sport like bowling.
Hey man, people get paid millions of dollars to do it either way.
I would consider that.
To play disc golf?
Fuck yeah.
No, a person or two maybe gets paid $1 million.
Macbeth got a $1 million contract right now.
Okay, one guy.
That's
Name
not even
another one.
His Wasaki, Ricky.
Name 5, and I'll give you that.
I don't know.
A lot of people.
5.
Okay, well then you can't say a lot of people.
A few.
There's 4
I think
people.
it could be like the early when.
It's like
bowling,
the guys
early stages of bowling. Wasn't real famous, and more people started playing it. I could see disc golf eventually getting maybe not to the level of bowling, but considered more of a sport than it is.
It's a collegiate sport. They have disc golf teams in colleges now that compete on a national level.
Okay, what I'm saying is, whenever ESPN has their bullshit day of ESPN8, the Ocho, they show 10. Fucking sandbag toss. What's that shit called? Cornhole. They show cornhole. They show ping pong. They show other shit. They don't show frisbee toss.
Darts contest.
They show darts on ESPN. They've never showed frisbee toss.
Fuck no. ESPN's top 10 has put Macbeth's perfect round up there.
Okay.
And they put ace runs.
You're talking about one thing, but I'm talking about playing a round of frisbee toss on ESPN.
It's a top 10.
They play rounds of.
They show top 10s of baseball players catching the ball off of the fucking wall.
Yeah, but they also show full games of baseball on ESPN. I'm not talking about highlights. I'm talking about a
just
whole...
means like full segments.
Well, you said they don't put it on ESPN. It's been on ESPN.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well,
you heard it wrong.
Specific.
No, I was specific.
You said
just didn't let me finish.
Well, give it some time, man. Maybe one day you may turn. I mean, ESPN just bought an esports channel.
It's not a sport, and you could go back. Games. You could go back on the podcast and hear Ernest call it not a sport.
So when they put esports on ESPN, you're gonna call it a sport?
No.
For gaming?
As what?
It's gonna be on ESPN.
No, it's gaming.
But it's not a sport. On ESPN. It's a sports channel.
No, it's not a sport. It's gaming.
Okay.
It's different.
One day they're gonna have disc golf on there.
I
think last summer they were playing. They showed some beach game where it's like a guy and a girl, and you have to get the ball through the hole. I don't remember the name of it, but they were showing that on ESPN.
They were doing what?
It's a different sport where it's 2-on-2.
Yeah.
And like you have to throw the ball through a certain circle, and the other team has to catch it. Then they have to do the same thing or hit it back like volleyball.
But they show water polo on fucking ESPN. They don't show fucking frisbee toss. That's not a sport. Okay. Anyways, y'all got us off track, man. We're listening. We're talking about baseball, all right? And then thanks a lot for getting us off topic, Los. What did it say? Megan promised that if it becomes a recognized sport, you'll eat a disc.
Sounds good to me. We'll barbecue that fucker up for JJ.
I had to melt that bitch down and take it like a shot or something. But yeah, I got a couple frisbees I could get rid of at home.
Go back and talk about your fucking shit Red Sox. Cry about their schedule.
They've been horrible though.
Yeah, we started off 1-5, which is the same record your Angels have, Los. 1-5. A lot of people were fucking getting crazy about it, dude. But I don't see the big deal. We started off. We didn't start off slow last year, but Chris Sale, he had what? I think like 2 starts where he threw 3 innings in the spring training.
Well, in history of baseball, a lot of teams start off slow in the first week and a half, and by the end of the year, they're fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm bringing it up to is because usually in spring training, pitchers you want to get them like 5-6 games, to get their feet under them, to start getting their velocity down and everything. And we just didn't do that with any of our starters. With Chris Sale, Porcello, David Price, all of their stuff is getting under control, and they manage their innings very much in the spring training. So this is kind of like an extended spring training for them. We want them at the end of the season to be in their game, not like Chris Sale was last year where he was kind of struggling at the end of the season.
The starters are more on a pitch count anyway.
Yeah.
First, not maybe a month of a season, like you said, to get their arms used to throwing 120 pitches or 90 to 100 pitches each game.
Yep. Well, I mean, you can't have it both ways. Last year they were talking shit because Chris Sale threw too many innings and was struggling at the end of the season, and now they're complaining because he's struggling at the beginning of the season when they limited his spring training debut.
Yeah, but he had one bad start, and then yesterday
he threw a dream, and he was only throwing 89 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about it. They'll come around. They're too good of a team not to come around.
Too much talent.
Yeah, way too much talent.
My Rangers are off to a hot start. Better than your Red Sox.
What are they? They got 2 more wins than us?
Yeah. We're 4-2.
Yeah. Well, 3 more wins. But the Astros as well. The Astros are 2-5, I think. 2-4. 2-5.
2-4. Because they're
So I mean, I'm not too worried about it.
There's still 150 something games left.
Yeah,
a lot of baseball.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't matter. It's like 560 or 500, 160.
The first 2 teams in your division, Baltimore and Toronto, are like 5-1, 4-1. Well, Baltimore's.
Well, the Rays are like 7-1, I think.
Well, maybe it was Baltimore and Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Baltimore's up there, but they're not going to sustain it.
No, I don't think so.
They don't have a good enough pitching staff, not enough depth, and not enough hitters.
Yeah, you don't really have a baseball team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hopped on the Rangers, right?
No, I like to watch the Astros.
I thought he hopped on the Rangers when they were good.
No.
We were still all that hurts.
No.
You like to watch the Astros? You get to watch them?
Because he might have been a Hamilton fan.
They don't show. They show more Ranger games on TV than they do Astros.
Yeah, well,
I don't have like a baseball.
Well, Astros, you have to have. I don't even get to watch the Astros, and I have to. Yeah, you have to have the AT&T.
Yeah.
I think it's like what Fox Southwest Channel 54 on some of them that they used to play Astro games.
They used to, but now with their new deal,
nothing but Ranger games.
Yeah, the new deal that the Astros have, they have to be on that AT&T Sportsnet channel.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't have it, so.
Yeah. If you're not in Houston, you don't really get to watch them ever.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I don't like any Houston teams really.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't like watching Bregman, dude. He's fucking annoying.
Yeah, he is. Good hitter, but he just talks too much.
Yeah, he talks a lot.
A little kind of arrogant.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you be confident or what? Is that a bad thing?
There's a difference in confidence and arrogance.
And he seems, seems arrogant.
Even in that, that little MLB commercial that they put out where they're having the press conference with everybody, he tried to pull like the LeBron shit, where he's like, we're not gonna win 1, we're not gonna win 2, we're not gonna win 3 championships.
Sounds like confidence.
No, it sounds like arrogance. Like everybody said about LeBron.
Yeah. He's confident he's gonna win a bunch of games. Just some fucking haters.
No, World Series. But yeah, dude, did you see the bat flip heard around the world?
Yeah, by Harper last night.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You saw? Oh, we saw it at lunch today, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was fucking legit. Yeah. So Bryce Harper comes up, and I think it was his last at bat, right? And his return game, first game back in Washington, and I mean he hits a fucking bomb, dude.
Upper deck.
Yeah. And kind of, takes 3 or 4 steps, pimps it out a little bit, grabs the bat head, and just flips it straight at the dugout. It was pretty nasty, dude. It was pretty nasty.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet doing it against an old team like that.
Yeah. You were saying you couldn't believe he got booed like that, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, for doing what he did there in Washington, to get booed when you go back. I mean, the dude he did what he could there.
Yeah.
And he was a good guy the whole way. I don't remember him having problems or fuck the organization or talking bad on his teammates.
Even before, you're gonna, dude. If you put just bat flip, you're gonna pull up Joey Batista all day.
I hate that freaking bat flip too, man.
It's against the Rangers, the greatest bat flip of all time. Whoa, I was actually thinking we should have like a bracket of bat flips, dude. That would be sick. Yeah, just grade the best bat flips. We'll put them head to head. Now you got to put a Bryce Harper bat flip.
Because also consider it was Game 5 and it was the game winner, series winner. That bat flip is even.
Yeah, that's the best one ever. But yeah, even before the game had started, the day before he had put something like thank you Washington, for all the memories or something like that. And then did you see what the mayor did?
No.
The mayor went on his Twitter, he took a picture of Benedict Arnold, erased Benedict Arnold's face and put Bryce Harper's face on there, and then crossed out Benedict and put Bryce Arnold.
That's just jacked up.
It's fucked up, dude. From the mayor.
I could see why some of the fans might boo him, because they could look at it as him just being greedy. If Washington really offered him the 10 years, $300 million.
Yeah.
Considering he just signed with Philly for only 25 more in 3 more years, maybe they're seeing as, oh, you're just greedy. That's why we're going to boo you. I was surprised he got booed that much too. But I understand why they might.
Even in right field, did you see the right field stands?
No.
At the very front of the stands, they had a bunch of dudes in white shirts, and they spelled out "traitor" on their shirt.
But I mean, dude, I understand, but say he's not Bryce Harper and he's not as great as he is.
Yeah.
If he sucked, or not even sucked but was average, the organization would have no problem cutting ties with him at any point without his say so whatsoever.
Yeah.
They would just say, hey, it's business. But if the young man in his early 20s decides, dude, I'm gonna go somewhere and get paid and switch organizations, which is it's fucking right to take his talent wherever he wants to go.
Yep.
All of a sudden he's a traitor and he gets booed. It's like, come on, man, really?
That's how fans are, though.
In all sports.
Yeah.
I mean, it's similar to the Le'Veon Bell situation.
Yeah.
It's a little deeper with him sitting out.
It's brought to you by Budweiser, my favorite beer. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's a bomb.
450 feet?
458, I think. 458.
Yeah.
That shit was
I don't know.
nasty,
I hear a lot of cheers, though.
Oh, there were a bunch of Phillies. Well, Philly's what? A few hours away?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was top 8, so there were no Nationals fans there anymore. Hopefully it shows the bat flip. Show the bat flip, dude.
It will. Do a slow will.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for that dude, man. And then,
I don't know about the handshakes though, man. Like that one right there, that's weak. You know? That's a weak handshake, dude. They gotta come up with better handshakes. Look at this. Look at this. Woo! See ya! That bat flip is so sick.
Right at the Nationals dugout.
Yeah, dude, I love it, man. For him to get booed and then the shit the mayor does and the shit the fans, fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Fucking, I mean, he would have went there with class, and I guarantee if none of that shit went down, he would have hit that home run and just jogged the fucking bases. You know what I mean?
Well, especially because you're up 6-2. It's just a 2-run homer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, the ball game's never technically over. But usually teams that late, it's over. But because of that, that's why there's extra sauce on that bat flip.
Yep.
You know, good shot.
Yeah.
I think I'm wrong on my Nationals pick, though, in our predictions last week.
I know you are. I couldn't believe you picked him. Well, they were kind of like a sleeper team, right? Or
well,
no?
I mean, you look at their pitching staff. They're still probably got the best starting pitching in the National League. And their hitters, they got a pretty good roster of guys who have played in the league. A couple of good youngsters coming up. So they shouldn't have dropped off. They shouldn't drop off that much. And there's still 150 games. Anything can happen. But
he looks really good, though, man, to start off the season. You know, Harper looks fucking locked in, and he looks like he wants to be there, like he wants to compete.
Relaxed.
You know,
there's no pressure.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have to do everything this year. He's got 13.
Yeah.
You know, he knows where he's going to be for 13 more years. Now he can just play ball, relax, and enjoy $325 million.
Yeah, 330.
What at 330?
You forgot $5 million, dude. Makes a big difference.
Well, not when it's that high, and you're still going to get more off endorsements.
That's true. So what did you think about you also got to see the Dell match play?
Yeah, dude.
Tiger. What do you think, man?
How'd you get to go?
Huh?
How'd you get to go?
I bought a ticket.
Oh, you bought one? JJ didn't hook you up?
Fuck no.
I was gonna hook him up. No. This was the whole deal, dude.
Hey.
I sold him his ticket for Friday. I told him Thursday, if you want to come, I got a ticket for you free. He didn't want to come.
I couldn't do it.
He wanted to save fucking a day for whatever. Whatever, man. I told him.
Hey,
I get it.
We drag our asses out here once a week to do this, and I had to pay my way in.
Dude, it was a $300 ticket. You paid $50.
You know how much my talent fee is?
Oh my
Get
God! Get the fuck out of here!
Call my manager.
Yeah, call your manager right now. We'll see how much talent you actually have.
That's why.
Yeah, you might not want to tell us to call your manager.
Because your manager's gonna end up being Marty, and we know how she badmouths you at your house. So just you need to watch your shit. Whenever you start talking.
Nah, it was good though, man. You know, I was actually able to watch it and get around without my fucking back going out this year. So
yeah, that was a good thing, man.
Last year, that's when I ruptured that disc and it was all fucking downhill.
Yeah.
Did you follow Tiger the whole time?
Nah, dude, we tried, man.
And the crowds were it's too big, dude. The crowd's too big to follow him and enjoy it, you know?
1,000 people and you're shoulder to shoulder and bumping into everybody.
It was more than 1,000 people.
Dude, and by the time we got to his second shot, I'm looking through people's legs and shit, and he already hit. And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking
they're
way.
like, it was literally 4 or 5 rows deep.
Yeah, there was no way. So
around him, you know, we got to follow Jason Day and Phil Mickelson and just watch him.
Yeah.
Regardless. And that's a huge matchup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got 2 of the top golfers in the world going at it, and nobody's fucking watching them. Because Tiger's on the course.
Yeah, so
kind of crazy.
We ended up just like
real crazy, dude.
Finding certain holes and then just kicking back.
Yeah.
Letting some other groups go by, and then Tiger and them came up, so we were like right there at the ropes. You know, we kind of stuck behind, but we were there for the fucking that eagle out on what was it day 3? When he eagled out?
Day 3.
Because we had called him a pussy for laying up. We were like, dude, Tiger's gonna go for it. And he lays up.
We were
like,
both saying, well, everybody had been laying up, and we're like, fucking pussy, dude, go for the fucking green.
Yeah.
You know? We were calling Dustin Johnson a pussy, Rory a pussy, because they were all laying up. I'm like, come on, man.
Pussies, come on. You want to come up here and
Tin
watch
Cup
you
wouldn't
lay
have
up
fucking laid up.
Fuck no.
Go for that
Tin
shit.
Cup would have went for it.
Yeah, and he would have hit 15 more shots going for it. These fucking dudes take a 9-iron because they want to win some money. Fuck. Get out of here with that shit. But yeah, and then he eagled it. Did you see that shot?
No,
he
I didn't
eagled it from his second shot. Yeah.
I read about it.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. We missed it, but it was crazy.
Yeah, as soon as he laid up and we're walking, we're like, all right, we turn our backs and start walking up the hill to go back to 12.
Yeah.
We got a caller.
Back to 12, and then we hear everybody, wow! Fuck! We missed it. But it was...
You missed it?
Yeah. We had a caller, but I think he hung up. Or we hung up on him.
Call back, guys. Sorry about that.
It was cool, though, man.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was real cool, man. That tournament's a lot of fun, man, just because of how close you can get to everybody, you know, except for Tiger. I mean, we were able to get close to Tiger, too, on the holes that we waited back for him. You know, we had good line of sight, you know, to where he was at and stuff, and it was fun.
It's all up to them. Sometimes they would walk close to the ropes, and other times they walk far away because they just don't want to be interrupted.
Yeah.
So it was really up to them.
Well, it makes sense because, like you said, they're trying to win some money, so they're trying to stay in that focus mindset. And
it was cool to see.
Some of them can't get interaction.
It was cool to see Tiger out there actually playing.
Playing golf?
Yeah, I can honestly say if Tiger wasn't there, I probably wouldn't have been that interested in going. I would have been like, I already went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But since it was Tiger, I was like, yeah, I'll go.
It makes a big difference,
and
man.
it was a fucking... And it almost, you almost think like when that dude lost out and didn't make the last round, it's like, you know, their ratings just went to shit.
Yeah.
Everybody left, yeah.
Even
those last rounds didn't have the gallery that was there the day before.
No, nobody was watching Kuchar and Kisner, dude. Nobody was watching them. I mean, I'm sure there were still people out there, but it wasn't near the fucking crowd that
Tiger had.
Was even around just Tiger, you know?
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun, man. I love that tournament. The match play is also something different, dude. Did you see the thing that happened between Sergio and Kuchar?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
I mean, I don't know. I can see how it could be misinterpreted by Sergio.
Let me break it down for the people that didn't see it. I'm fucking assuming everybody saw it. So on I can't remember what hole it was, but Sergio putts. It's like a 4-foot, 5-foot putt, and he misses, right? And it's like, you know, 6 inches from the cup. So he goes to back squat it real quick. Well, in match play, your opponent can let you it could give you that putt. So before Kuchar could even tell him, hey, that's good, Sergio goes and hits the ball, and he hits it so hard that it hits the lip of the cup and rolls back out. So it goes from a par to a bogey. Well, that gives Kuchar the hole. And Kuchar's on the way out, and the rules official comes and talks to Kuchar, and Kuchar's like, dude, I was going to give him that putt, you know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and the rules official's like, I can't give you the putt, or I can't, you know, I can't let him, you can't let him concede it because you didn't have a chance to do it. You know, he went and hit the ball before you could concede it. Yeah. So Kuchar goes from 1 up to 2 up. Well, Sergio's thing is like, well, you know, he's thinking, I guess his train of thought is like, well, he's going to let me have the next hole, you know, since, you know, to get it back even.
Yeah.
So Sergio gets up there and he's got like a 7-foot putt to win the hole, and Kuchar's just sitting there like, I'm not going to give you that, you know? And Sergio's sitting there kind of waiting like, hey, you know, you're going to give me this putt, and Kuchar's like, no. So then Sergio putts it, misses it, loses the hole, and while he's walking up to the ball, he takes a fucking huge swing at it. You know, if he would have hit that ball, you know, it would have gone and hit somebody because of how hard he swung. And then him and Kuchar are having words towards the next tee, and then on the fairway of the next hole, they're talking, and you can hear them pretty loud talking to each other. So that's what had happened. So would you have given Sergio that hole? Because by that time he's 3 up, so he's got it kind of got control. Hole? Yeah, the following hole.
No, because I mean honestly, Sergio not waiting for the hole to be conceded to him.
Yeah.
The hole before, that's on Sergio.
Yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes they just kind of nod at each other, but they usually will look at the other guy and wait for the nod and then be like, okay, let me pick it up.
Yeah.
But Sergio from time to time throws tantrums.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. He just fucking back swatted it and it lipped out again. It's like, dude, you got to at least give, and he would have conceded that hold to him.
Yeah.
Which would have, he would have been at par. And then you carry it to the next round. It's like, dude, he doesn't have to give you the next hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was your fault to begin with.
It was your fault.
You're
throwing a tantrum. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's all on Sergio, and it's not the first time he's thrown tantrums.
No.
So that dude needs to learn how to check his
I agree with that.
It was pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like I've never really seen anybody get heated like that on the course besides Watson. I saw him get heated a few times, but
Sergio's done it a few times, man.
I've never really caught it though.
He's hit the ball just out of bounds and just chunked it. He's thrown his putter into the water.
But that was the first time I've seen like two guys on the course going at it, kind of like yelling at each other, like what the fuck.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that either.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely crazy, but that was all Sergio's fault, man.
Yeah.
That dude needs to check his fucking anger a little bit, man. That little fucking Spaniard, dude, he's like going to war with everybody.
Yeah.
He's just fucking mad. So you think they were saying that was it who put away with it? Was it Cooch or Kisner? Kisner won.
Yeah, Kisner won.
Yeah. They were saying I forgot what exactly it was, but that's him winning and after he won, he did the media and was thanking everybody and whatever. They were like, so in everybody's eyes, does this make up for when he didn't pay that caddy in Mexico? He's still trying to make up for that shit. And I was like, dude, that's gonna follow him everywhere, man.
Yeah, it will.
He won like $1 million and gave the dude like $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, he never. Well, he ended up paying him more, but that was after
everybody gave him shit.
That was after. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, dude.
But it was fun, man. It was good time, dude. I think everything's fucking overpriced over there.
Yeah, he was kind of mad about the food prices, dude.
I can't even enjoy my food because I'm stewing that I paid $20 for 2 fucking chicken strips. And then what made it worse is JJ kept looking at that like, dude, that's just 1 chicken strip. That's all I was hearing from JJ. That's just 1 chicken strip, dog.
I did make it worse.
All that for 1 chicken strip.
He's got these 2 fucking tacos, right? And one of them is like a medium-sized chicken strip. And the other one starts off like a medium-sized chicken strip, and then it's like cut off at the end. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, dude, you got gypped on that last taco. Like, those last 3 bites must have just been straight tortilla, you know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, dude, that's
all he kept saying.
And he paid like $20 for it.
2 tacos, dude, and a water bottle.
Dude, I got this big-ass fucking shrimp taco with this big old fried avocado. So good, dude. I'm like, dude, you could have had this for less.
I can't see you putting gasoline on the fire. No.
Oh, man,
dude.
I don't never do that shit.
And then, to fucking make it worse, I think them tacos were sitting out, because I swear to you, I barely fucking made it home.
Dude, you had to run.
Barely. I mean, I'm talking about I was driving.
You know what, dude? I had the shits that day, too.
It's the food. They leave them out or something.
Yeah, it could have been.
I was sitting in traffic, dude, undoing my seatbelt, undoing my pants.
Oh my god, that makes it worse.
I'm just like,
breathing,
Lord,
going,
don't just.
Dude, unbuckling your pants would just send the signal to my brain like it's time to go, and it would just come out.
I was trying to take any and all pressure off of my fucking
to relieve
gut,
that
dude.
pressure.
I was swerving in and out of traffic, like just let me make it home, please, just let me make it home. I looked like the dad from Friday, just like, please, sir, let me over. Somebody let me over. Dude, I shit you not. I fucking get home, kick in the door. Monty and the kids are on the couch and they're looking at me like, what's wrong? And my pants are fucking hanging out to my knees. And I'm doing the fucking duck walk and I'm like, I gotta go to the restroom. Dude, it was bad. I was like, damn fucking tacos, man. I paid $20 for the fucking runs.
Well, here you go, JJ. Golf is not a sport. It's gaming at its best.
How's that?
That's what Carlos believes.
Oh, okay.
Got a text message.
Who's that good show? Johnny Damon?
Caller, call back in.
What's the... Move that.
He just said Boston sucks.
Johnny Damon in the middle with the beard. Boston sucks. Boston,
baby.
Hey, that's a sports fan right there. You've been watching us, though, because you know how many home runs we've been giving up.
Wasn't it a record in a 4-game stretch?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've given up like 11. Yeah, that sucks. It's not good, man.
No.
Golf's not a sport. It's giving me this best. How is it different from disc golf? Because it actually takes some effort. Like, hitting a ball with a club is actually something that's hard. Yeah. Tossing a frisbee isn't very hard.
Come on, man. Unless you're going to go out there and toss that disc, you can't say how hard it is or how hard it isn't.
I think it's easier to learn disc golf than it is to learn golf.
I mean, you can look.
How long did you play golf?
Probably what? I don't know. 4 or 5
couple of years?
Yeah. And
are you even close to being good at it?
No.
Okay. How good are you at disc golf right now?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, so how long have you been playing disc golf?
About 2 years.
No, you have not been playing. Yeah. Don't fucking come on the show
dude,
and start fucking lying, dude.
2 years.
Oh my god, dude. We're gonna have to call your wife.
2
Was it before your back started hurting?
No, it wasn't. How long have
it was after.
When was your back surgery? A year ago?
Well, he said he hurt his back last year at the match play.
It's been
no, it wasn't
2 years.
Last year.
Oh.
We went to the match play the first year. That's the dude that hasn't been 2 years since.
And you said you hurt your back after the match play, right?
Yeah.
You haven't been playing frisbee golf for 2 years.
Yeah, because after I hurt my back, I didn't do anything for almost a year.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. So that was the 1 year down. This is the third Dell match play.
No.
Yeah, because they were signed for 4 years. They've done 3, and they just renewed their contract for another 4.
Get your numbers out of my face, man. Okay,
dude, I've been playing 2 years.
I guarantee you haven't been playing for 2 years.
The point I was going to make was at golf, I could never wrap my head around hitting my irons. I struggled with it, so it fucked my game up.
You couldn't hit your driver either.
My driver was okay, man.
But, you couldn't putt either.
And I couldn't putt. There were aspects of my golf game that I wasn't great at.
You mean all aspects of your golf game you weren't great at?
The disc golf mid range.
There's just things I'm better at, man.
Hey, you tell yourself what you got to tell yourself, man. I'm just saying it's easy.
I'm just better at disc golf than I was at
Or
golf.
it also could be that it's just real easy.
Well, then go out and fucking prove me wrong.
I don't want to. It's not fun. It doesn't. Whenever I went to go play with you, which I've already tried, so you can't knock me and say that I haven't tried it.
You tried it.
Whenever I went out there, it wasn't like, and dude, everybody that knows me knows that I love fucking sports, and if I get into a sport, I go all in, all the way.
You didn't like it.
I didn't like it. It wasn't fun. It wasn't like, oh man, whenever the first time I played golf, I was like, fuck, dude, there's no way that I could suck at this because I want to get better at it. I didn't fucking feel like, man, I gotta go take my dog out and start throwing frisbees so I can fucking practice, man.
It's not for everybody.
You know what I mean?
But it feels good when you can throw 350, 400 feet and get close to a pin that far. It feels good. It keeps you wanting to be able to go out and do that.
I guess so, man. But it's for people that aren't good at anything else. that aren't good at any other sports.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, would you choose it over softball?
You're generalizing.
No, because softball's challenging, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, as I get older, I might choose it over softball, just because I don't want to do as much exercising or as much running.
You don't exercise right now. Let's be honest.
Well, I'm not saying. But when I play softball, it's still a form of exercise. You know.
No, well, it doesn't count when you're playing. That's not exercising. I'm talking about.
Just like, I mean, some people go out disc golfing because they get out and they're able to walk, and that's their form of exercising.
I guess so.
The older you get, I mean, that's why they, I think it's more for an older generation.
You want to go chase around a fucking frisbee in a big ass field? Yeah, because it's got a point to it. But
so does disc golf.
No. Anyways, let's talk about this McGregor-Khabib shit, dude. Did you see the latest shit on it?
About McGregor tweeting about his wife, or tweeting a picture of his wife?
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, dude.
McGregor tweeted a picture of whose wife?
Khabib's wife.
Well, he tweeted 2 pictures of Khabib and his wife at Khabib's wedding. And Khabib has always been like super...
he's trying to keep her private.
Yeah,
out of the
super
media,
private about his family and stuff like that. Nobody's ever really seen pictures of her. So he keeps it like that, strict. Like, nobody really knows what she looks like.
Well, I think it started
even at the wedding, she's got like a real thick veil where you can't really see her or anything like that.
This past weekend, Khabib said something about, because he was asked a question about McGregor's retirement.
Yeah.
And he said something about it's like a jealous woman who's always threatening to leave but stays.
Yeah.
And so this apparently was McGregor's response to
to
Khabib's answer.
And then he calls him a rat, and then he tells him...
he's always called him a rat.
Yeah. He tells him that... and the thing, he was like, shut up, you little punk, you're married to a towel or something like that.
A towel head, I think he said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty strong words, man.
It is fucked up, man. So Khabib comes back and says something. Khabib comes back and he's like, you're a coward and a rapist or something like that because Conor's been alleged that he was in that. Dude, you know what's cool about that story? I was reading that in Ireland, the media is not allowed to report your name on alleged cases of sexual assault or rape until you're convicted.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
It's crazy, right? It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, if they had that here, any of the guys in the past, year would have lost their jobs. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's crazy.
Dude,
but
what if this shit with Conor, I mean, it might be a stretch, but what if this shit's like fucking WWE style going on? What if behind the scenes they're like, dude,
it has been.
We're gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit, but we're gonna spark up so much fucking interest and get us to fight.
It has been. That's all Conor's been doing since he came in.
But what if on both sides? It's planned. It's a fucking planned thing they're doing between both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Conor talks a lot of shit. It's like he hasn't fucking done nothing lately.
But he's always done that. He's always done that, and he doesn't have to.
He's just staying in character. Is what he's doing. Yeah.
Well, he's trying to stay relevant.
It's annoying.
Because if he's not talking, he's not fighting, so people are gonna forget about him.
Yeah.
And the one way he can stay relevant is, faking, saying that he's gonna retire, talking shit about Khabib.
And Dana White came out. I think it was an article I read yesterday. That he doesn't think Conor's retired.
Yeah,
that the main reason they had an impasse at their contract negotiations is that Conor wanted a piece of MMA or UFC.
Yeah.
And I think Dana said, did Jordan own part of the NBA when he was in?
Yeah.
I think no, this doesn't happen. And then hours later or days later, that's when McGregor comes out and says he's retiring. So,
but McGregor isn't nowhere near the level of Jordan in the UFC.
No. But I think media-wise and attention-wise, he's up there.
So you make the most noise.
I don't think he's not the greatest. That would be John Jones.
That's like comparing him to fucking what's his name? Pippen. Is it Scott? No. The other one that was always in wedding fucking dresses. Rodman. Conor McGregor's the fucking Rodman of the UFC. That's all.
Kind of with less drag.
Yeah.
More rape.
It's kind of just annoying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's kind of, you see things about Conor and you're just like, dude, enough already. Either fight or fucking stay off of everybody's timeline, man.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get a fight and go in there and someone's going to bust his ass.
Well, Tony came out. Did you see what Tony told him? Tony came out and was like, he tweeted on the little thing. He was like, you talk too much, kid. Shh.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
That's pretty legit, dude.
They should fight.
That would be.
He's waiting for Khabib.
He's scared of that fight, dude. Nobody wants to fight Tony. I don't think Khabib wants to fight Tony. I don't think Conor wants to fight Tony. Yeah, man. That's it. That would be. Tony's a fucking scary matchup for anybody, dude.
Sorry, what was the last fight he was in?
Tony?
Yeah.
With Anthony Pettis.
Okay.
Yeah. You remember it or no?
A little bit. I don't remember who won.
Tony did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure though.
Tony fucking won. He's scary.
He is scary.
I don't know, man. Fuck UFC.
Why?
I can't talk too much because I don't really watch, and if I do watch, I'm not fucking like paying attention, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just something about it, dude.
You don't like fighting? But you like boxing, though, right?
I used to like boxing, and then boxing got to a point where it started looking like it was set up. Stats,
yeah.
It was set up.
But the UFC's not like that. I don't see why you wouldn't.
It's not so much they're like that. It's just sometimes there's too much ground and pound, and they're fucking rolling around, and I'm like, dude, I don't,
You don't watch 25 minutes of them on the ground rolling.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like to see fucking balls hanging and shit. It's just you can only see so much. And you're like, dude, come on, man, move around.
So he would never did like the Usman Woodley fight.
No, he wouldn't have liked that fight at all. I mean, he didn't like the Bones Gustafson fight, which was I thought that was a great fight. You know, especially by Jones.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't like it, but I don't know.
They're not naked enough for you.
That might be making it a little more fucking interesting. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you watch UFC, like even with McGregor, man, they go out, and I'm like, dude, that guy gotta be wearing like a cup.
They wear big cups.
Right, they do.
They have to.
Because I'm like, dude, there's no way he's fucking built like that little scrawny motherfucker. I mean, I'm sure he could kick my ass, but still, it's like there's no way.
What do you built like that from?
He's like he weighs
the waist down.
Yeah, he weighs he weighs in at one fucking 80, and 80 pounds is right there in his fucking ball sucking dick. I mean,
what I don't know if you can find this, Brandon, but pictures from McGregor and Floyd Mayweather's weigh-ins. You'll fucking love
shit,
these.
Right?
Huh?
They're padding. They pad their shit.
No, they're not padding.
Yeah.
But Mayweather's, for some reason, got like a huge fucking boner. Go to the images.
Look at him, dude. He's black.
No, not Mayweather. Connor does.
Connor?
Yeah. Where's it at? Right there. Look at that. For some reason, dude, he had like a huge fucking boner.
I remember that now.
So look right there. Go down. The side view right there. It's like, come on, man. There ain't no Irish fucking hung like that, dude.
Dude, maybe he's trying to fuck with Mayweather, man. He put a fucking salami in there.
Get into his head.
Yeah, he's like, you ain't the only mandingo here, boy.
Thick salami. That's fucking funny, dude.
Fucking Connor, man. I gotta say that when him and Mayweather were going at it, dude, and they were doing those fucking pressers.
The first one was good, dude. The first one was decent. I didn't like the other ones. The other ones were more like it was the same. They were saying the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So I mean, I enjoyed the first one. The first one was all right, and then the ones after that weren't. They were just overdoing it. Like they would come out and fucking like throw money and all this other shit. Whatever. I'm done. Mayweather's done. Connor, I don't know. He might be done. He might
What
not
did
be.
McGregor say? You carry around a backpack and you can't even read?
Yeah. That's fucked up.
That was funny.
Dude, he had to have some writers for that shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude. He has writers for all this shit.
They're like, y'all make up some shit.
That's what kind of like killed it for me though. It was like towards after the first few like big time fights that he had, especially after the Aldo one. Like he fought Eddie Alvarez next, I think, and I mean he was just you could tell a bunch of his shit was scripted because he was just coming out and saying shit that rhymed and stuff like that. And I'm like, come on, dude. It's not before it was like natural and unscripted, and now it's like you're just trying to say shit to
put on a show.
Yeah, it's not good anymore. But yeah, man. You want to hit a surprise over there? Or E, you want to do it? Oh, hit that one and then we'll see E's rendition. Or not, maybe we'll just get E's rendition.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
E's is so much better, dude. It's because it's not even close to an Irish accent.
All my accents sound the fucking same, man.
Yeah, that's true. Let's talk about one of the like biggest stories that's going on right now, man. This Nipsey Hussle murder that happened. I didn't really I never really heard of of him and his music and whatever whatever he was really into until after he got shot. Obviously. It was the same for both of y'all, right?
Well, I know him from just, like I said, one song that I heard. He did a collaboration with, like, the Outlaws and then a verse from Tupac on Pac's Life called International. That's the only song I ever knew of him.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
I heard it. Shit.
Yeah, that's the only time I even heard the name, even heard anything about him until his death the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing as much for Crenshaw as he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Because apparently I read on April 1st, somebody from Rock Nation was supposed to meet with the LA Police Department to talk about how they could prevent more gang violence, kind of cut it down.
Yeah.
and all the stuff he was doing in the community as far as the shopping center, and what he was turning them into. Crazy.
Yeah, they actually had I think it was the chief of the LAPD put out on the Twitter talking about like how good of a young man he was and what he was trying to do for the community, and they respected him and whatnot. And it's like, man, you don't see that all the time from the cops perspective to speak out on someone like that, especially in that area. But it's crazy, man, because there's like some conspiracy going on around him that he was working on a documentary about a Dr. Sebi.
Sebi.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say
it.
Sebi.
That supposedly this doctor found a cure for AIDS, cured it.
Well, it wasn't just AIDS. It was like he was a holistic doctor. He's a holistic doctor that got he would prescribe a bunch of natural herbs and stuff that would not just cure. One of the things that he claimed was that it was to cure AIDS and
Lupus,
also cancer was one. Measles, lupus. I mean, it was like he had a remedy for everything. You know, is from what Nipsey.
Nipsey
I'd be
Hussle.
so disrespectful, dude. Yeah. So it was. He was a holistic doctor that he would prescribe herbs and stuff to cure you of whatever ailed you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead.
But supposedly, I mean, the stuff was working, and the guy ended up dead. So there was a big thing about that, like the big pharmaceuticals coming after.
What, like during a trial?
No, he got arrested. So I don't know who. I think they were trying to arrest him for money laundering.
Yeah.
And he was he got arrested in Honduras, and was being held there by the Honduran police. He got arrested, I think, in like March or something like that, and then he ended up dying in April, I think.
August
2016. Okay. When did he get arrested? He had been in custody for a little bit, for a while, I think. Not a long while, but not too long. But yeah, he had been, and he ended up dying of pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you reading it right now?
I was reading something about. It doesn't say on here.
So there's that conspiracy that Nipsey was trying to bring this to light.
Well, he was doing a documentary on the trial, on Dr. Sebi's trial. And
he was going to dig in, show who the person was. And
what he was doing, and the conspiracy is the pharmaceuticals are like, all right, man, we can't.
Well, supposedly
we're not gonna have this come out. You're gone. Supposedly,
that's what Left Eye went and did too. She went and saw him because she died in.
It was like very shortly after she visited him in Honduras in 2002.
She died in that car accident. Yeah. So they're kind of chalking it up to that. I mean, I don't know how much of that is true.
We'll find out because Nick Cannon said he's picking up where Hustle left off on that documentary.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's gonna finish it. So if that dude magically disappears or catches pneumonia or something, we'll be like, all right, man,
or it could just be the medicine that doctor was giving out.
Well, he's dead. He ain't giving it to nobody no more.
Well, his foundation is still running.
Still running.
Yeah.
He died of pneumonia.
Through his wife or something like that. Well, I don't know, dude. It's weird because supposedly, his ex-wife tried to slander his name and took money from him, took over one of his businesses. His wife and his daughter. There's a lot of weird shit, man. I have to do a lot more digging on it than I've been able to do. But I don't know, man. It's kind of sketchy. And this holistic shit, I don't know. I mean, you can believe what you want to believe, but if you think a plant is gonna, cure your cancer, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe in the holistic part.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know much really about it to even kind of speak on it.
I guess they say, I mean, if cancer is man-made and put out there, then how is something nature-made gonna find a cure for it? You gotta gotta kind of design something to kill something that was designed. But if it was a natural type of thing, I guess people could see like, all right, well, holistic stuff would work because it's, you know what I mean? It's like a natural sickness that we get. So maybe
it was put here to heal us.
So maybe nature gives us what we need to heal ourselves, of course. But like things like they say, like cancer and AIDS and some of these other ones, they're like, oh, that's genetically made. That's made in a lab somewhere to control population, you know. And so I guess it kind of.
I don't know about that, man, because cancer's been around for a long time. You know, it's not like it's new. You know.
But it also makes sure that the population dies, so we don't run through our resources here at Earth.
Okay.
And it also makes pharmaceuticals billions of dollars per year.
I get that, dude, but what I'm saying is like, if it's supposed to be a population control, it's doing a fucking terrible job. Because there are way too many fucking people on this planet.
Because people are just fucking too much.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they need to come up with something new.
Well, that's why there's more and more fucking cancer. There's cancer of fucking everything now.
It's not working though, man.
It used to just be, hey, you smoke too much, you get lung cancer. Now it's fucking all over the place. You have your fucking phone in your pocket, you're gonna get fucking cancer. You
leg cancer.
Buy the fucking microwave, you're gonna get fucking cancer. You eat too much pussy, you're getting cancer of the fucking throat. There's fucking cancers everywhere.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
That one, that
I should be dead by now.
There you go, a couple of us should be.
It's coming. I'm just saying.
Pussy throat cancer.
They say it was population control. Some people believe it was population control.
You believe
and
that?
that's why they don't have cures for it.
You believe that?
I don't know what I believe. I never really thought a whole lot about it, but I would figure as much money as they've been putting into research, how come there is no cure for it yet? How come we haven't found that cure?
Yeah, well, I think Magic Johnson knows there's a cure.
Well, the European countries.
Magic was AIDS, though, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. He knows there's a cure.
But there's also.
His ass is still living and he's fat.
And I don't remember where it's at, but there's also countries that aren't here, right? In America that have been messing with genes and in lab rats. It's like cured like 95% of cancer in rats that they've injected this cure with, and it's a high number that it's curing, but they're not regulated by the FDA and shit that we are, so they're able to actually dig into medicines and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, supposedly there's a cure out there. It's like a fucking virus or something that attacks. You know, just like the flu attacks your immune system, it fucking attacks the fucking virus.
Fuck it.
You have to inject yourself with liquefied cash money like magic.
Thank you, Carlos. I didn't know that.
Dude, do you think Magic Johnson getting the fucking cure helped at all? I mean, maybe that's somebody you don't tell he's cured, because this motherfucker knows AIDS is cured now. So now he's really gonna go around fucking everything he can.
I don't think he's cured though.
He's like, what do I got?
He's just living with it.
No, they said he's cured.
No, I haven't seen that he's cured.
He's gonna go around fucking everything now.
He doesn't have full-blown AIDS like they said he had.
He could very well have it, but
you
he's
know what
just
I'm
living
saying.
with it.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, there's people that just, I don't know.
That's like someone saying, hey man, you can't die, dude. You're gonna go around and do the craziest shit ever because you're gonna be like, dude, ain't nothing gonna kill me.
Well, that's how Thanos ran around with the gauntlet.
He's lived 27 years with AIDS. It's a pretty long time.
Fucking time, dude.
Considering it was supposed to be a disease that killed you right away.
Freddie Mercury lived like 10 years, 12 years.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems kind of fishy.
I'm Googling it right now, dude. You know, Google tells us everything.
I'm just saying, man. There's some things, some people you don't want to cure because they might misuse that power. He's like, oh shit, dog. He's kind of like, dude, I done caught the AIDS again. I need that cure.
Yeah,
I'll be in next Monday. I done fucked up and caught it again. I don't know, man. It's.
What a rumor that it wasn't even with girls, it was with Arsenio Hall.
Who?
Magic.
Whoa, dude, we're talking about Magic here. Relax.
I would say I thought that was one of the rumors that it like got out later on.
I don't know.
Did I ever tell y'all? There was an article that when they were talking about this cancer and how they developed It was a college, man. Some college somewhere. I think. I don't really remember, man. There's a lot of shit rambling around up there, so I may be wrong. But they had developed a virus that would go in there and attack the cancer. And it was a living virus that would live in your body, and it just attacks the cancer. That's what it does. Just like the flu attacks your whatever and makes you sick, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what it was designed to do, and they were having success, right? So I'm going back to the early 90s or mid 90s when the internet just came out. And I'm searching the internet, man, and I'm just looking at things, and I'm just following threads and whatever. There was a time traveler. And he came, I forgot. Peter? I don't remember his name. Yeah. But he came from the future. Yeah. And people were asking him a bunch of questions, man. And he's like, dude, we're going to have one war, and then another war, and then eventually we're all going back to farming. And, you got to learn how to farm and raise cattle because that's where we're headed again. And then he said, he even put in there something about there'll be a woman president at some point. He said,
that hasn't happened yet.
But anyway, somebody had asked him, hey man, is there ever going to be a cure for cancer? And he said, yeah, it's going to come in the form of a virus. He goes, they're actually going to design a virus that goes in there and attacks the cancer, and that's going to kill the cancer. And it was weird because when I heard that about the college,
you were way off. It was 2000, 2001.
What?
When he came back, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember reading like shit about him way back in the day. Uh-huh. And I remember him saying that cancer was going to be cured in the form of a virus. So when it actually came out like a year ago, I was like, oh shit. Is that just fucking coincidence or this dude a fucking time traveler? And he was saying a whole bunch of different shit, man, about time traveling. And he said how he did it. It was a military style time machine that he used. And
did he say that Donald Trump was going to be president?
No. They were more asking like more questions about Earth. And that.
Is this the same guy that writes The Simpsons?
No, man.
Because isn't that guy a time traveler too? Because he predicts the future?
Well, yeah, dude, that's crazy how much The Simpsons
fucking shit, up. Dude. That's just stupid.
Who?
The people are gullible as fuck that listen to that shit.
To what, The Simpsons?
The Simpsons thing.
The fucking Simpsons are great.
No, but I'm saying that whoever believes that they're...
Dude, they just line up the part of the cartoon with real life and it fucking almost matches. That's all they're doing.
I know, but what I'm saying is that people actually believe
that the Simpsons are telling the future.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they are. It's just coincidence.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like
people
10 years ago when they do an episode of Trump being president and then fucking Trump's president.
It wasn't that. He wasn't president in that episode. He was just coming down a building, one of his Trump towers. He was just coming down it. He wasn't president in the episode.
But I'm sure Trump's come down one of his buildings many a time, so they got it right.
Stupid.
They got it right. You just proved my point.
Anyway,
so this guy was saying a whole bunch of things, and then eventually he said that they find a cure for AIDS. He goes, but it doesn't matter, because after AIDS came something else, and then after that came something else. He's like, it never stops. There's always something bigger and badder.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about these diseases and viruses and stuff. They always they adapt.
Yeah, something. I mean,
so
yeah, I don't know. And I did find something that said he's not cured of AIDS, but he's still living with HIV.
Yeah, he's still got it.
Medication.
But I was reading, there's a bunch of people that have that shit, and they've been living for 20 to 30 years easy. So
a lot of people with AIDS, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's not a rare case.
That's why you gotta be glad you're not single. You gotta watch your back, man. The single guys, it's out there everywhere.
Well, Daryl's abstinent.
Not really, yeah.
Not only do you gotta worry about catching throat,
he's a born again.
You gotta worry about AIDS too.
Catching pussy cancer.
Pussy cancer.
Hashtag pussy cancer.
Ain't too much pussy.
Jeez. I don't know, man. Whatever. Yeah, but I don't know if this. I mean, that supposedly they caught his killer, right? I didn't see.
Yeah, his name was Eric Holder.
Yeah.
See, it was government related. Eric Holder was the name of the dude under Obama. See? Yeah. It's the same dude.
Thanks, Obama.
That's a made up name because there ain't no black man named Eric Holder. That shit's fake right there.
Two of them. There's two of them.
Yeah.
No, that shit's fake right there.
Obama did it, man, and y'all were all, praising him, and he killed Nipsey.
What?
I don't think anybody was praising Obama.
Obama he was working for, or Holder was working for Obama, and then Holder went and killed Nipsey.
Yeah, but none of us were
Didn't you
praising.
just listen to anything we
weren't
said?
praising him.
No, you weren't. But I'm saying everybody, you know, when he was president, was praising Obama.
I must have blacked out because I didn't hear any of that. I'm serious. I didn't hear anything about fucking Obama.
Well, that's how most of the shows go. Is you don't listen to anything. Like right now, you don't got nothing to say.
He was just thinking. He was staring at you, thinking
because I'm waiting for you to fucking say something so I can listen, and you're just fucking staring at me.
Okay. What do you got to say next?
About what?
Anything. I know you had this fucking Thanos thing. You got.
Yeah. About the new Avengers. So
this morning.
So I didn't get mad. I'm just like.
You got mad.
I'm not mad.
Got frustrated. You got frustrated.
It's not frustrated. It's like I want to have a conversation and
you get frustrated because JJ
immediately shuts it down.
I gave you my answer and you didn't like it
because he does it to me.
He just immediately shuts it down. I'm like, dude, can we conversate about it?
Are y'all gonna fucking sit here and?
All right. So here's the thing. If anybody saw it, anybody listening,
Infinity War.
Marvel released new posters to theaters.
Yeah,
new posters that are going out to theaters.
Theaters.
Bitch, see, there you go. Can I say fucking theater?
No.
You can, but it's theater.
You can have your wrong opinion all you want, dude, but it's wrong.
So they're sending these new posters out to the movie places.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. And one of them going to the IMAX movie spot showed the Avengers that are alive in color.
Yeah.
And everybody who apparently disappeared with the snap is faded in the background. Well, Thanos is one of them.
Thanos.
Fuck you. It's one of them.
Come on, man.
So I started immediately thinking, well, shit. I guess when he snapped, he must have went into that wherever they're at. Whether it's another realm or they're dead. A lot of people are speculating that they're actually in the Soul Stone. That's where they went, and so they're still alive, just in there. So I started thinking about that. Like, why would they put him faded with the other people that have passed if he's still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's true, I mean, it shows that Shuri is dead.
Exactly. We just assumed she was missing.
Yeah.
But that would confirm that she went with them too.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The Black Panther's sister. The
small
one. Remember in one of the trailers?
Yeah, it doesn't show her.
Bruce Banner's looking through the posters, and hers says missing.
Not confirmed.
Yeah, not confirmed.
Yeah.
But just missing. So now this poster would confirm that she's actually with everybody else.
And it confirms that Doctor Strange is. I'm looking at it right now. His little buddy, the Asian dude.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Because he's with the theory you're talking about.
So
I could see that.
With all that being said, the Russo brothers already came out and said, well, at the end of the first Avengers, when he snapped his gauntlet.
The Infinity War. That's not the first
Infinity
Avengers.
War. When he snapped his gauntlet, the magnitude of the power generated was so large that it actually put him in the Soul Stone. They said it put him in the Soul Stone, and we show you this when he talks to Gamora. Gamora's there. She's little, and she's.
But it doesn't happen right away. It happens after he uses the Space Stone to get away from Thor.
But they're saying that that's what they were demonstrating with that.
Yeah, so, that he went to the.
But they never say he came out of the Soul Stone. They said
it shows him back sitting down.
No, it just shows him sitting down somewhere. You don't know where that's at.
Yeah, it's obviously not where he was talking to Gamora, and it shows other planets.
It could have been anywhere.
And it shows other planets.
I don't remember seeing the other planets. Maybe it does.
No, it shows whenever it shows that planet, it shows the other. It shows like another planet, or it could have been a moon or whatever. Yeah. It's fucking space, so who knows? What
maybe wherever
space
he's at,
isn't real. Hashtag space isn't real.
Maybe wherever he's at, they have other planets, dimensions.
No,
I don't know. I just thought it was maybe they were.
Whoa!
Maybe they were telling us something by having him faded with everyone else that had disappeared with the snap. Maybe they were saying something. Because even in the new trailer, I don't know the wording for sure, but he says, you're living your mistakes, blah, blah, blah. And Thanos says, and where does it bring you back? And it says, to me. And then it shows him sitting and they're on some planet. So obviously he's saying that it brings them back to him. So they have to go to him wherever he's at. And the poster I feel the poster is showing you that he disappeared with the snap.
I don't think.
Because he's just like everybody else. So if it killed half the population, it could very well be.
Yeah, but whenever he's explaining everything to Doctor Strange asks him, he's like, you know, what do you plan on doing after this? He was like, well, I can finally rest and watch the sunrise on a grateful galaxy.
Yeah, but
why would he say that if he doesn't plan to live?
Because he doesn't even know what's going to happen with the Soul Stone.
He does know what happens after the Soul Stone because he's able to spare Tony Stark's life. If he's able to control who dies and who doesn't die, then obviously he can control.
I didn't see where he spared Tony's life.
Yeah, Doctor Strange asks him. He's like, I'll give it to you if you spare his life. I'll give you the Time Stone if you spare Tony Stark's life. And Thanos says yes.
That's right there where they're fighting and Thanos can fucking kill him right there. Because he already beaten Tony Stark down and his fucking face was off and his armor was apart and he was going to fucking kill him. So he said, I'll give it to you if you spare his life. And he said, okay.
But he wasn't. He only did that because that was the only way they could beat Thanos.
Yeah, well, because Doctor Strange knows the whole end game. So he knows that Tony has to stay alive for that. So he's telling him, spare his life now, and I'll give you the Time Stone because he knows Tony Stark is going to be a big part of how they fix everything. Because, you know, Doctor Strange said, you know, we did this 14 million and something times, and we only succeeded once.
Mm-hmm.
And so you assume that when he says that he's putting things in action for that one time.
Well, he knows Tony has to be alive because also earlier in Infinity Wars, he tells Tony, he's like, I'll sacrifice your life to keep this thing safe. It's all about the stones. So he knows at that point, the only way to keep the stones safe is to spare his life and give it to Thanos.
Yeah. So it's not that Thanos...
Got a hole in your lip?
Not on my Sox jersey, dude!
It's not that Thanos gets to pick who lives and dies. I think he just
obviously does,
and it kills half of the universe, like you said, half of the people. So it could have very well been his half. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how it works.
He does.
This is his first time using it.
I don't know, man.
According to the movie, it's his first time using the gun.
Well, yeah, it's his first time using it. But
he somehow gets out of the Soul Stone if that's where he's at. If you watch the new trailer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The trailer that Daryl sent, it shows Thanos.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he has the power to come out. He has the fucking
It shows that at the end of the movie.
He has the gauntlet. He can do whatever he wants.
Well, you're saying that he can't because he's died.
No, I said maybe he died with everyone else. Yeah, so see, that could be him, like his Rainbow Bridge coming out from the Soul Stone.
Rainbow Bridge?
Well, you know how Thor makes the Rainbow Bridge with his Stormbreaker?
That's not a Rainbow Bridge, dude.
I'm just saying it could be like his Rainbow Bridge.
Like a transporter bridge.
That's how he's coming out from the Soul Stone. He's coming back. He doesn't bring everybody with him, but he's coming back.
It's way over my head.
I think Captain Marvel takes him wherever they need to go.
Yeah.
Who?
Captain
the whole crew.
Her powers in her movie didn't really show any, like, dimensional time jumping.
I don't know, but like the new trailer, it shows them all together on her ship going somewhere.
No, they're on the Mulatto ship, the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. They're on his ship. What's his face? The Star-Lord. They're on his ship going. But I don't know what her powers are. There's speculation that when Ant-Man joins them, he brings some of that quantum realm power with him. Like the mom had.
Those suits are supposedly quantum realm suits or whatever.
So maybe he has something to do with it. Maybe Thor's new Stormbreaker has some power we haven't seen because it can create the what is it, the Heisenberg Bridge or whatever. What do you call it? The scientist, he said, it's a Heisenberg Bridge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it based anything on
the
Heisenberg theory of, was it chaos? Or unpredictability, uncertainty?
That's over my head, Brandon. You keep your smart shit over there, man, alright? Yeah, man, but we see him that we know it can make the Rainbow Bridge, right? Because he obviously joins the battle in Infinity War from where he was at.
Yeah.
And he showed up. But we don't know if he can jump dimensions or make portals to other places with it. We don't know how far that power goes. But we know somehow they're going to get to the quantum realm. And in the quantum realm, there must be other people.
Well, that's where I've heard different theories that Thanos isn't going to be the main bad guy villain in this 3-hour endgame.
Ultron makes an appearance, man.
No.
Somewhere.
Well, I don't even think. I think it's going to be someone other than Ultron. similar to how they're introducing a new villain in Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man is going to come out.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, plays him.
I don't know if he plays.
No, Mysterio is not a villain.
Oh, that big ass water thing is.
Yeah.
Like Sandman or whatever the fuck he is. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I guess there's so many different theories and different ways they can actually go with that movie.
Yeah. Anyways,
it's gonna be 3 hours, so it's gonna be
amazing. Ernest got mad because I said no.
Yeah, because I told him, hey man, what if he snapped his fingers and he's in there with them? And they just said, no, he's alive.
He's alive at the end.
Motherfucker, all right, Mr. Russo.
And then he got mad at me just because I told him my end of the thing.
Because
and I'm like, why the fuck you getting mad at me? Not everybody's gonna agree with your theories.
Well, no, I know that, but
especially this dude.
You say it so like
crazy theories.
You say it like matter of fact. No, he's still alive.
I did it. I just texted.
It could have been. Yeah, no, he's still alive.
What the fuck am I supposed to say?
You could have been like, hey man,
was it
all caps? Hey Ernest, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but your theory's great. But I think he's still alive.
That's a good theory, man. But you know what? I think he's still alive, and whatever.
Okay,
and then we can start the fucking conversation, asshole.
He ain't got time for that. He's just short and blunt.
He doing shit. He just like, no, he's still alive. I'm like, well, fuck you then, motherfucker. I'm wasting my time talking to you.
This is the text. So Ernest texted me, new IMAX Avengers poster. Notice Thanos is faded like those that went with the snap. Thanos went too, I guess. Well, he puts, I guess. It should have been a question mark. Great punctuation. But then I put, no, it shows. It shows Thanos at the end of the movie, bro, Chacho. Ha 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 ha. And he wants to get mad about that.
Well, yeah, but them showing him at the end of the show doesn't necessarily... He could be alive in the realm with all the dead people.
That's what
I'm saying. He's not, though.
But he does. You don't know that.
I do know that because it shows him on another planet sitting on a porch. Do y'all not remember the end of the Infinity War?
Yeah, his planet with it's got his even.
It's not his planet.
His armor is the Scarecrow.
But he could be.
I don't think
anywhere.
It was his planet though.
He could be
because his planet was destroyed.
It might not have been.
He has the fucking reality stone with him. He could make it anywhere.
It could be his planet with the reality stone and making it look at the way he wants it to look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His planet was destroyed and it didn't look like that
but with the reality stone, he can make it look any way he wants.
Oh, okay.
It's similar to when I think it was when he took Gamora. He made it seem like that dude was still alive and had a chance.
Well, whenever he's talking to Doctor Strange, that was what his home planet looked like.
Yeah, Titan.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, with the reality stone, you don't know where he's at. He could be anywhere. And because he did all that fucking work and he doesn't want to sit in a fucking wasteland with these motherfuckers he killed, he's like, dude, my reality is I'm in a nice place, I'm enjoying what I did. And he makes it that. And he's kicking back and enjoying his version of his reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's making his version. But JJ's like, no, he's still alive. I'm like, well, fuck, all right.
That's not how I said it.
Fuck me and my opinions. That's exactly how you said it.
That's not how I said it. I just read the text.
No, because you made it seem like it was in all caps, too.
Exactly. The dude acts like I'm fucking yelling at him and sending him fucking dick pics to make him, sad because his dick's small or something. And I'm not. I was being nice. I'm like, nah, he's still alive. It shows him at the end of the movie. Ha ha ha. I even put ha ha ha's at the end to make you laugh.
I know you, and you're not nice. So I know that wasn't nicely said.
What the fuck ever, dude?
That wasn't nicely said. You weren't trying to be nice.
You fucking... I try to be nice, and then you turn it into whatever you want to turn it into.
But he could be in a different realm.
Could be.
Hey, man, y'all believe what y'all want to believe.
You shot it down quick.
What am I supposed to do? I shot it down. This motherfucker's just trying to instigate some shit.
Have a fucking conversation.
I did.
Go back and forth with
You're the one that ended the conversation.
Let's talk.
And then I tried to extend the conversation with you, and you're like, "Nah, well, I'm about to drive, so I can't talk anymore."
Because I was like, dude, I can't get
into a conversation. You never fucking talk, text, and drive.
I wasn't going
fucking text and drive all the time.
Because you were just gonna tell me, no, shut up.
That's not what I was saying.
So, all right, stepping away from that.
All right.
Did you watch that Macy Williams, Jimmy Fallon?
No, he wouldn't watch it. Even when I told him there wasn't no spoiler to it, he still wouldn't
didn't fucking watch it.
Yeah, I fucking watched it.
You're lying.
I watched it with Daryl sitting there. Why the fuck am I not to watch that shit.
Cause you didn't
that shit was funny as fuck.
It wasn't it?
Yeah. I did watch it.
When I first saw it, I got mad at my buddy who posted
Dude, I was like, oh my
God,
god, no, she didn't. And then I was like, I felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
She played it off good, man.
Dude,
Like,
she looked like she was about to cry.
Yeah,
her
dude.
hands were shaking.
Yeah.
I was like, you little bitch.
Dude, I was like, fuck. I felt the same way,
It
man.
was good, man.
Yeah.
But halfway through it, whenever Jimmy Fallon was like, you know, doing his shit, and I'm like, all right.
He gave it away more than she did, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. Because I was like, well, he ain't no fucking good actor, so.
And for the record, we'll get back to that, but JJ, you did say you could be right. So he did say you
Well,
could
later
be right.
on, after I was fucking mad.
Well, after he ended the I thought you weren't mad. Did you just hear him?
After he.
This dude wants to fucking flip-flop his words all the damn time.
He perceived that I was mad. He was like, hey, man.
No, you just said you were mad.
He was like, hey.
I didn't perceive shit. I was right.
He was like, hey, man, I'm sorry about that.
Whatever, dude.
Like,
Don't fucking.
I was like, dude, I'm going to drive now. I can't. You got to suck my dick later. I'm driving.
JJ is just, he
Just
can
suck your
easily
dick while you
frustrate
drive.
you when you're asking him or giving him your theory.
Huh?
So you can easily irritate or frustrate somebody.
Dude, y'all take it the way y'all want it, man. I'm just trying to have conversations. If y'all get fucking, if y'all get fucking offended, if y'all get fucking offended and shit, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's not offended, it's frustrated.
Shit.
Y'all get easily
Dude,
frustrated.
I don't
and
know.
I'm sitting back laughing half the time. Not half the time.
90% of the time.
85%, 90% of the time I'm laughing.
95%
And y'all
of the
motherfuckers
time.
are on the other side of the phone fucking yelling at it. Fucking
Fuck
JJ,
you, JJ.
fucking piece of shit. I'm not going to the podcast this week.
Bullshit.
And
95%
I'm like,
of the time.
I'm over here laughing and telling my daughter, I'm like, babe, this dude's fucking all mad on the other line.
Because that's how you are.
That-
95% of the time you're
Don't be
fucking
so
around
fucking
immediately.
sensitive.
It's not sensitive, man.
It's just sensitive,
Sometimes
man.
I want to
No,
have a
it's not-
direct
not
fucking
all the time.
conversation.
It's not always.
Dude, I tried to have a conversation with you, and then you were like, all right, I'm done. I got to drive. I can't talk no more.
Because I was driving.
Bye.
But I
You
was
were
like, dude.
fucking, dude, it was like, what, 9 in the morning? You were probably still watching Netflix.
I was like, why can't I just fucking talk to this dude about what I saw without him just trying to start some shit immediately?
You did, was that, Brandon,
Yeah.
was that answer aggressive?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Thank you. From a non-snowflake. Thank you.
Brandon's more
You
chill.
got a
than
little
I
bit
am,
thicker
man.
skin.
He's just more chill than I am.
It's not chill.
I get
It's
fucking.
not about being chill.
I get wound up easy. I'll admit it. So I was just.
So
like,
a little
man.
while ago you weren't.
I was just like, dude, can we not have a conversation? I picked you at 9 a.m. to conversate with.
No, it was Daryl
I
and
could have
me.
picked anybody.
It was Daryl
I
and
reached
me.
out to you.
Well, I know Daryl's still asleep, so it ain't him.
This morning I
Now
was.
you
I
trying
can't
to
say
throw-
shit. I was this morning. That's why I didn't respond back to any of y'all's messages. Freaking wake up, it was like 19 messages. I'm like, okay, yeah.
He chimed
Dude,
in
he
at 2
gets so
o'clock.
mad. So his next text is like, but he can be in a different realm with the dead. We assumed he is alive. And I said, nah, he's not in a different realm. He's still alive. And then he gets all buttered. He's like, okay, thanks, Mr. Russo. Oh, fucking bad, dude. Oh, my
He's
God.
like, I don't even know who Mr. Russo is. I'm like, dude.
Right after that, dude, I text Marty and I was like, hey, man, what did you do to this guy? I was like, did he wake up on the wrong side of the bed or what? And he was like, Marty's answer is, what did you do now?
She already knows, man. She knows. You just start shit just to start shit.
Oh, man. But yeah, whatever, dude.
But sometimes it can be easy to get you going.
That's why your
quick.
nickname was
Too easy.
Because
It was, but you did that shit. Sometimes I would walk in the shop just to conversate, and he'd fucking
What
immediately.
the fuck you doing here?
Yeah, he would say something like I'd be
that's
like,
how I greet my loved ones.
I would say something like, ask him a question. He'd be like, oh,
Dude, if
you,
I'm
man,
not,
fuck that, you stupid. And I'd be like, dude, I'm fucking out of here.
if I'm not cussing at you or making fun of you, it means I don't like you anymore.
I would fucking turn around and just.
So
go
y'all
back
both
and
know
like,
that I fucking love
I
y'all.
remember Ernest opening the door and literally being there for about 5 seconds, and you saying, I don't remember what you said, but it was something like, something stupid, or what the fuck you doing here? Ernest just turned right back around, guys. We wouldn't see him till lunchtime.
I'm like, I ain't even doing this shit right
And it was
now.
only because he was walking by to go eat.
Yeah, it was funny.
I
With
just
his wife in
wanted
the parking lot.
I wanted wanted a fucking hug and a friendly conversation. And this motherfucker talk shit. As it was, motherfuckers didn't let me in the shop to begin with.
That's true.
So I had to fucking sneak my ass in there to talk to this dude, and then he would greet me like, what the fuck you want? You know you're not supposed to be in here. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Fuck you to him.
Hey, man, it was fun, though. That's why you're here with me on a weekday. Anyways, but yeah, fucking, what, Game of Thrones, what, 11 days, dude?
Oh, dude, it can't get here soon enough.
Oh, I'm so horny for that, man.
Dude, I'm so fucking hyped for that. Dude, I'm almost probably as hyped for that as I am fucking Endgame.
I'm more hyped for
that than Endgame.
Dude, it just fucking, I can't wait, man.
Because, like, I know I could go, if I'm here, I could maybe watch it the night it comes out, but if I didn't watch Endgame until, like, Sunday or Monday, I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Not Game of Thrones. I want to watch that right when it comes out. I ain't waiting, taping it, none of that. You know what I mean?
Immediately fucking watch it, dude.
They're doing the premiere tonight in New York.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
But how? Then people are going to talk about it.
They make them sign
they might have to have a
non-disclosure agreements.
Dude, that's going to be wild, man. Dude,
yeah.
I don't even know where to start with fucking Game of Thrones. They got so much to fucking cover and get to. And I don't know how they're going to do it in fucking 6 episodes, man.
Because most of them are almost an hour and 20 minutes long.
The last 4. Yeah, the first 2 should be, I think they said around normal runtime.
Yeah, but the last, like, 3 or 4 are like an hour and 20 minutes.
Well, the director said that last trailer that they put out with all the fighting and the running and Arya's running and there's fighting behind them and shit like that. They said that's just the first 3 episodes. They said we made that long trailer solely out of the first 3 episodes. They're like, we're not gonna show you anything after that.
It wasn't a long trailer. It was what, 45 seconds.
Yeah, but it was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on, and they said that's from the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And they're like that episode that took us 11 months to fucking film that fight scene. That's episode 3. And they're like, after that, we're not saying nothing.
Setting up the final 3 episodes to be the war with Cersei.
Dude, who sits on the fucking throne when it's over? Jon?
I think Jon.
But Jon never wanted to be a fucking leader. He's just good at it.
I mean, he's the king of the North. Never wanted to be that.
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be king of anybody. He just always is because people just tend to fucking follow him. But for whatever reason, I don't think it'll be Daenerys.
I think she's gonna die.
She's so hot. I hope she doesn't die.
They may all die.
I love her, dude.
He may be fucking Tyrion sitting on that
It'd be
throne.
crazy if Arya died in episode 2, like she joked about on the show.
Oh, fucking
that'd be
Hey,
hilarious.
if there was fucking one day that they could fucking tell the truth and then say April Fools,
it'd be that day.
It'd be that fucking day to say that.
Yep.
And then she fucking dies.
She won't die.
I don't know, man. I think about it, and I don't know who's gonna be on that throne.
Do you think there's a Clegane Bowl?
There has to be. There's so much shit between those 2 brothers, man, that hasn't been settled.
Yeah. Well, do you think they would have set it up in that last episode where they see each other in the courtyard? And he's like, you know who's coming for you. You've always known. So
well, he tells him that the Hound tells him it ain't over, man.
Yeah.
And he kind of walks away. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they're gonna have, and then maybe it's part of this big battle that happens. Maybe we're assuming that the big battle is going to be between the Night King and everybody else. Maybe that big battle is when Cersei decides she's going to try to backstab him, in the middle. Because one of the last episodes, she told Jamie. Jamie said, so you want me to march the men over there where they're at so we can join? And she's like, we're not going to fucking help them. She's like, there's no way I'd fucking help them. She's like, I'm going to wait for my fucking opportunity and then I'm going to kill them. Mm-hmm. Whatever. So maybe that's the battle that happens, and in that battle, Cersei dies, fucking Daenerys dies.
Yeah, I don't think that battle happens before the.
No, I think that's the final 3 episodes. That's why everything is being shown as it's the battle with the Night King.
Yeah.
For the first.
I think that has to happen first, and then they go south and fuck Cersei up.
So then you would have to have Daenerys lasting all the way through the Night King and everything to be part of the battle at the end for who's going to take the throne.
I hope we get a couple more sex scenes, man, before it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying?
Tyrion take the throne, man?
No.
Or do they fuck us everybody over and fucking Night King?
The midget's going to die. You know the midget has to die.
I hope not, man. I like Tyrion.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't die.
I do too, but He's gonna die.
Dude, he's had a way of fucking staying alive through all the shit he's been through.
That's why he has to die in the last one.
Does the Night King sit on the throne?
No.
Why not?
Because Jamie kills him.
This is the first time that Night King's been this far. Why doesn't he sit on the throne?
Do they kill him or do they try to cure him?
That's a good question, man. I don't know. I don't know if you can cure him. Maybe you can. They made him. So maybe there's a way to cure him. Maybe Brandon knows a way to kill him. I mean, to change him.
I might.
I never even thought about that.
Well, and I'm wondering, because Uncle Benjamin, he got cured. But that was before the magic took over. So
no,
maybe
he didn't
the magic
get cured. It stopped before.
Well,
stopped
it.
it.
That's maybe cure is not the right word.
It's like on what's that movie called?
Fear of the Walking Dead?
No, the one with Brad Pitt and the zombies.
Tank.
Z Nation.
Fury.
No.
World War Z.
World War Z. It's like whenever he chops off Homegirl's arm to stop the infection. That's basically what they did to.
Oh, Rick did that on Walking Dead too.
Fuck Rick, dude. Fuck
Cut off Herschel's leg to stop the infection.
Dead. Anyways, but yeah, so, I don't think they could cure him anyways because the children are the one that made him, and all the children are dead.
Well, yeah, but it was just by sticking the dragon glass to their heart. That's how they.
Well, it was the children's magic.
I thought it was the magic of the dragon glass.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the children's magic is what made them. What made the White Walkers.
We haven't seen the magic from Brendan yet, so he could have something.
He ain't got no magic, dude.
How do you know?
He just sees shit.
Oh, I'm sure he has a lot more than that.
Whatever, man.
He was able to go back in time, and his father heard him talking to him. When they were at the Tower of Joy, and he screamed out to his dad, and his dad turned around and looked, and there was fucking nothing there, but he heard him.
I didn't say he couldn't time travel.
That's some fucking power, asshole.
It's not power.
What is that then?
That is
time travel.
Fucking shroom trip or what?
Huh?
I'm just saying.
What?
That fucking Brandon can find a way to turn the Night King normal. And then you find out that the fucking Night King was him.
I don't think so.
Did you see?
I think the Night King is a Stark.
What? I just said I don't think so. What the fuck are you getting mad about?
Then why don't you think so? Then give something else. Don't just be like, nah. Why?
I can't tell you why, because then I'll spoil it.
Because you don't
I've only read all the books. I've listened to all the books. Why? I've only listened to all the books.
The books are caught up to the movies. They haven't wrote anything more.
Dude, believe what you want to believe, man.
Now, they probably left stuff out from the books because they can't obviously make the movies just like the books because it'd be too much.
Yo, believe what you want to believe.
I already know because the directors already came out and said George Martin is writing the last book. We've already talked to him and figured out where he's going and the direction he's going in his last book, and we're tailoring the movie around that. So that's what they're doing.
Okay. So the Night King was the 13th Lord Commander then of the Night's Watch.
I don't know. But yeah, Brandon, he's gonna do some magic and cure everybody.
How did Brandon the Builder put magic on the wall? Does it ever say?
He didn't.
I thought they put magic on the wall.
They did. Somebody put magic on the wall.
Yeah.
So it could turn out that it was a three-eyed raven that put magic on the wall. Because if the theory's right that Bran or the three-eyed raven keeps going and doing a loop over and over to try to kill the Night King and changing everything, he could have went back at one point, built the wall, then went back and said, okay, that didn't stop him. Let me go back and put magic on the wall. And then he goes back and tries to keep constantly changing it.
That's your theory, man. What do
Crazy.
you want me to say?
At least I got theories, motherfucker. I got something.
I'm not saying nothing. What do you want me to do?
Interesting theory.
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's not. Yeah, time travel, man. He's like Doctor Strange when in the first Doctor Strange movie when he keeps fucking looping it non-stop to
around,
beat what's his name?
Going on your theory too. They're saying that when he did that,
I'm here to make a bargain.
Yeah.
That's what created the Mad King. Is he was trying to tell him to burn the Night King and burn all them, but he took it as burn them all. You know, going with your theory, and that Bran is who created the Mad King that made him go mad and do all that.
I don't know, man.
It's
Dude,
magic.
what?
He would go back in time trying to kill the White Walkers and the Night King. If we're going in that, excuse me, in Ernest's theory, that when he was trying to tell the Mad King that they needed to burn the Night King and his army and all that stuff, that's how you kill him, and to use your dragons to do it. Well, he took that as burn all the people.
They didn't have dragons by then.
The Mad King had dragons. He had 3 dragons.
That was way before, dude. By the time the Mad King was around, the dragons were basically all gone.
Really?
Yeah.
But they still had dragon eggs, didn't they?
No.
Well, they had to have a dragon egg because they gave the dragon eggs to Daenerys. So
on the other side of the sea.
They had dragon eggs somewhere.
On the other side of the sea.
Yeah.
Where the Dothraki were at.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I did hear a theory that
that's
one way to help.
It's not a theory.
That's
what happens in the. That's what happens in the show.
I'll listen to you. That's a good theory. I don't remember seeing that in the show, but that's a good theory.
You don't remember seeing what?
I like to think that Brandon was going back and talking to the Mad King.
What in the show?
Which made the Mad King mad because he was hearing voices.
Yeah, man.
And he was just like, I'm gonna burn everybody with my dragons.
See, this is what I gotta do.
When
he wants to try to have a conversation.
He was telling him to burn all the White Walkers.
Another theory, like to help prove Jon is who he is that when he had to keep Jon safe as a baby, that he had a dragon egg with him from his father, just to prove he was who he was, and that there's a dragon egg buried in Winterfell.
Yeah.
And that's
hold on, dude. What?
To help prove that Jon Snow was Aegon Targaryen, because he had to keep it a secret, that he was not just given the baby, but there was a dragon egg that came with him, because all the Targaryens were given dragon eggs because of who they were. And that there's a dragon egg that was specifically for Jon, and it's kept in Winterfell.
And Ned took it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was just a theory to kind of help prove that Jon is who he is. Because right now all they got is Bran and Sam. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Cersei and some people south are going to believe Bran's a 3-eyed raven or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And believe.
They could once he started spitting out some shit like he did to Littlefinger.
I would.
Yeah. I think he may still climb one of the dragons that she has now. Not the main one, Rhaegon, that she flies, but the other one.
Drogon?
Yeah, he may climb that one and ride that dragon.
Well, Drogon is the one that she rides.
No. The other one that's with her that she doesn't ride. It's not Viserys.
Rhaegar. Yeah, Viserys is the one.
It would be Rhaegar because it'd be the one that's named after his dad.
Yeah.
That he would ride.
After her brother.
Yeah, after her brother. With Jon Snow's dad. That's the one he would ride. Because I told you in that one trailer where they're walking up to the dragons and they both tilting their heads in their direction. And it's like Daenerys is here, Jon's here. And if you look at that dragon closest to him, he's tilting his head down. And so is the other one, almost like they're bowing to their, their fucking rider, their dragon master. But what the fuck do I know? That's just my fucking theory. I'd like to see Jon Snow drive a fucking dragon. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would too.
Drive one or ride one?
I would definitely
ride one, but he wants to drive.
I would definitely like to see Jon Snow, because he's the snow part, fucking jump on Viserys at some point, and that turns everything.
What? The ice dragon?
The ice dragon. That becomes his dragon. Like, we find out that was always his dragon, and he has a fucking connection to it that turns that dragon different, like, somehow, you know what I mean? Calls that dragon to himself, and he becomes the rider of that dragon.
Yeah.
Because the dragon happens to be made of ice, and Jon Snow's always been associated with ice. And there's the fire, which is Daenerys, and he's the ice. So maybe somehow.
But now he's the sand.
He calls that dragon.
But he's not a sand.
I know.
Maybe he calls that dragon, man, somehow, and he's the fucking dragon rider of that cold motherfucker.
I'm still curious who the other Targaryen is, if it's going to be Tyrion.
It's going to be Tyrion, dude.
Or,
it's Tyrion.
Even Jaime.
I've thought it was
Jaime
Tyrion since that episode when he was fucking talking to the dragons.
Please don't eat me.
Yeah. And he sat there and they were just fucking looking at him.
Yeah.
They weren't aggressive or nothing, and he was talking about how as a child he would dream of dragons. Why would he say that? Why was that even important? To say how I used to dream of dragons when he was a baby.
What kid used to dream of dragons?
And then the fucking dragons who had been locked up in this fucking dark place haven't eaten, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they're not going to be aggressive towards a little fucking
I'd rather it be him.
But anyway. They can tell that it's not a baby. They can't tell he's not a fucking baby.
All kids dream of dragons, though.
I never dreamed of dragons. So that's a lie.
Well, you were never a kid.
I don't think I dreamed dragons, but I don't remember.
Y'all are fucking weird.
So anywho, dude, I think it's Tyrion.
Because I was reading where Tywin Lannister was good friends with King. Was it Aerys? Was that in the Mad King? That they were good friends, and that there were rumors that when they got mad at each other or something, he raped what's her name, his wife, and that's how they had the twins. But that was just one theory that was out there, and that's why Jaime and Cersei could be Targaryens.
I don't know. You never know because the mom died, but you always knew that the father hated him.
Yeah. Well, he makes it a point.
Yeah, to show you constantly that the father hates him, so maybe the father knew the truth.
Hates Tyrion though, not Jaime and Cersei.
Yeah, he never really gave him a position of power like he did with his other kids. I mean, he treated Tyrion completely different. So maybe that's because.
But was that because he was an imp, or was that because he knew it wasn't his son?
Well, but their father at the time was such a strong man, and he wanted to keep that Lannister name pure, that he wouldn't dare tell anybody that Tyrion wasn't his. Yeah. He would have to take that imp and say, that's my child.
Especially if he knew that was his only son. Yeah. Like, what if he knew that Jaime and Cersei were products of the king or whatever, and it wasn't really his anyway? So he just kept him because he knew for sure that he was a Lannister, no matter what. If the truth ever came out of it. I mean, it's just an interesting theory or rumor.
But then why would they make
no, all the evidences.
I know. I'm with Tyrion in that thing with the dragons and talk to the dragons, but never make any effort for Jaime to give you any doubt that he was anything other than a Lannister.
To throw you off? I don't know. I mean, I'm with you because I think they've done stuff on the show, like when Jon ends up on Dragonstone and he's going to talk with Daenerys, and it says the South, or when Targaryens, it's never been good when a Targaryen and a Stark have met, and he's like, well, good thing I'm not a Stark, and then that's when a dragon flies over your head, kind of like, well, no shit, you're a Targaryen. You know, that we all knew.
That scene was sexy, dude.
What scene?
That scene.
Where the dragon flies over his head, and they fucking duck, and Tyrion's like, you'll get used to it.
Yeah. It's because Tyrion doesn't have to duck.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think he is a Targaryen, and like the three main people, Daenerys, Jon, and fucking Tyrion, who happen to all be on the same side, are gonna show to be the last Targaryen blood, and fucking rule rule Westeros by themselves. Maybe if they all survive, but that could be also where fucking Jon and Daenerys die, and Tyrion's left to rule.
Who fucking knows, man? Let's wrap this bitch up.
Why, dude? We're
11 days, fun. Man. 11 days. We gotta wait. Anyways, follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
You can wait. Me and Ernest still talking.
Thanks for everybody who joined us live, and
thanks for watching, guys.
And watches after this, man.
The one guy who tried to call, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the call. Hook 'em.
Bank some chains.